Whoop. Hi, class. Whoops. This is falling down now that I've touched it. There we go. Hi, class, and anybody else that is watching. This is Miss Hooper coming to you this Sunday night for your next bedtime story, which is actually going to help you with your tasks for tomorrow. So, the story I've chosen today is the book that we are using for our final week of home learning for Oak Class. So, that story is Farmer Duck. And as you can see, I could only find the big book at school. I couldn't find the little book, but it doesn't really matter. We'll go with the big story anyway. So like I say, all of the tasks for this week for Oak Class are all based on the story Farmer Duck. Tomorrow I won't be sending out a teaching video, but this video will help you anyway because it is to do with Farmer Duck. So, without any more delay, let's start our story. So, the author of this story is Martin Waddell, or Waddell, and the illustrator is Helen Oxenbury. Okay, as you can see, this is a little bit faded where it's been in the sun. Lovely illustrations. You have to bear with me a little bit, guys, because it's such a large book. There was once a duck who had the bad luck to live with a lazy old farmer. The duck did the work. The farmer stayed all day in bed. Oh, what a lazy farmer. Look at him eating those chocolates. And that duck's bringing him more food. So what word did the author use to describe the old farmer? You're right, he was lazy. It means he didn't do any work. The duck fetched the cow from the field. "How goes the work?" called the farmer. The duck answered, "Quack." So in this story, the animals don't talk like humans. They just make noises. One of the activities this week is to fill in some of the speech bubbles, so the speaking part of the animals, what they would say if they weren't just making their animal noise. How do you think that duck is feeling? You're right, I think he's feeling quite sad and maybe quite tired. He's got his head down, hasn't he? The duck brought the sheep in from the hill. "How goes the work?" called the farmer. The duck answered, "Quack." The duck put the hens in their house. "How goes the work?" called the farmer. The duck answered, you're right, "Quack." He is a busy duck, isn't he? That's not easy, carrying those sheep down, that sheep down from the hill, or trying to get all of those hens in their coop. The farmer got fat from staying in bed, and the poor duck got fed up. That means he was feeling a bit miserable and disappointed with working all day long. Oh, goodness me, look at him. He is stuffing his face with all of those chocolates. And although we like chocolate, Miss Hooper loves chocolate, we know that we shouldn't have too much in one go and not do anything. What a lazy farmer, Dotty. "How goes the work?" Whack. "How goes the work?" Whack. "How goes the work?" Whack. "How goes that work?" Whack. Oh dear. So here he's sawing the logs, he's digging the ground for the potatoes, he is washing up, doing the ironing, Goodness me, what a busy duck. How goes the work? Whack. How goes the work? Whack. The poor duck was sleepy and weepy and tired. I'm not surprised. There he is, picking the apples, collecting the eggs. Oh, look how sad the duck is. His tears are coming down. And the chickens trying to make him feel a bit better, aren't they? They're trying to comfort him. He was sleepy and weepy. You enjoying this, Dotty? She looks very pretty sat there, doesn't she? Oh, the iPad's on the slide. There we go, that should be a bit better. The hens and the cow and the sheep got very upset. They loved the duck. So they held a meeting under the moon and they made a plan for the morning. Moo, said the cow. Bah, said the sheep. Cluck, said the hens. And that was the plan. What do you think they're saying to each other? I wonder how they're going to sort it out. It was just before dawn, so that's just before the sun starts coming up really early in the morning. The farm was still. Through the back door and into the house crept the cow, the sheep and the hens. How on earth did they do that without making any noise? Especially the cow, he's quite big. So the first part of the plan involves going into the farmer's house. What's going to happen next? They stole down the hall. They creaked up the stairs. That doesn't mean that they stole the hallway. That doesn't mean they took it away. That means they walked really slowly and quietly through the hall. Goodness me. If you can see over here, they are heading towards the farmer's bedroom. What do you think they're going to do? What do you think, Dot? They squeezed under the bed of the farmer and wiggled about. The bed started to rock and the farmer woke up and he called, "How goes the work?" And what do you think's going to happen next? I've got an idea. What do you think, Dot? Moo! Back luck! They lifted his bed and he started to shout and they banged and they bounced the old farmer about and about. Dotty, this is not helpful. Right out of bed! Dot, you need to go onto the chair, my love, because we need to use this book. So they bounced and they tipped the fat farmer out of his bed. How do you think the farmer's feeling? He might be feeling a bit cross. And he fled with the cow and the sheep and the hens, mooing and barring and clucking around him. That means he ran away. Look, he's running away from the farm with all of the animals chasing him. They're saying, "Get away, you lazy farmer, and don't come back." That's what I think they would say. You might think something different. Down the lane, moo, through the fields. Dotty, I'm sure that everybody loves seeing your tummy, but I think they want to see the story. Through the fields, bah, over the hill, cluck, 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 and he never came back. He chased him away. Now what's going to happen now with no farmer? The duck awoke and waddled wearily, that means he's very tired, into the yard expecting to hear, "How goes the work?" But nobody spoke. And why is that? You're absolutely right, because the farmer's not there anymore. But does Duck know that at the minute? He doesn't. Then the cow and the sheep and the hens came back. "Quack," asked the duck. "Moo," said the cow. "Bah." "Cluck," said the hens, which told the duck the whole story. Oh, and look how happy the duck is now. He's flapping his wings and jumping about. Then mooing and barring and clucking and quacking, they all set to work on their farm. Oh, look at them all working together. That's much easier, isn't it? And it's their farm now with no farmer. That's a beautiful picture. That picture reminds me of the Remembrance Day videos. Do you remember the one with the bunnies? We did those lovely pictures. How beautiful. It looks a lot happier, doesn't it, that picture at the end of the book, than it did at the start. So do you think that time has gone by? What time of year do you think this might be? I think you're right. Definitely the end of autumn or maybe even winter. And this one, what time of year do you think this is? You're right, springtime, maybe even summertime. Beautiful. And that is the end of the story, Farmer Duck. And I hope that you enjoyed it. So tomorrow, O class, your activity pack will need to be collected. There are a couple of activities from the previous pack that you can be doing as well if you want to. I'll explain all of this in an email. The new activity that is coming in the pack is all to do with a duck, and it's a science investigation is your first task. It's a little bit of a test, not for you, but a little bit of a science test for you to go. And your question that I want you to be thinking about is, how does a duck keep itself dry even in the water? That's the question I would like you to ponder, and tomorrow I'll send out some instructions on how you can find out the answer. So that's that for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the book. Like I say, tomorrow there won't be a teaching video, but I will send out all details in the email, and we will continue with teaching videos from Tuesday onwards. Okay? Fabulous. Have a lovely evening, and I will see you soon. Good night, everybody.